Dear friends, despite what many assume, our Fat Controller is a kind man. He prefers steam engines, but sees the value of all engines regardless of their type. Nowhere is more evident than his willingness to give Bear another chance, while also saving Oliver from scrap. Many steam engines long for their dream of calling the island of Sodor their home. Dudley was willing to make it his reality. These stories will tell you what happened. Sincerely, the author. The Fat Controller stood on the platform. On the horizon, a colossal engine emerged from the setting sun. Its black paint was shabby, and its puffs were deep and hoarse. It groaned to a halt, a line of trucks trailing behind. "Good evening," greeted the Fat Controller. "You're the replacement goods engine, I presume?"
That is correct, sir. The regular diesel derailed in the yard. Wasn't keeping a proper lookout. But you know how self-importance gets in the way of some engines.
"Indeed I do," chuckled the Fat Controller knowingly. "What is your name?"
Dudley, sir. A pleasure to traverse your rails.
"Very good, Dudley. Now please proceed to the shed. You'll be in good company with my engines."
Thank you for your hospitality, sir. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Dudley finished as he puffed slowly away. The engines welcomed the newcomer warmly. Soon they were chatting like schoolchildren.
Pity my stay is but a temporary one.
Dudley sighed.
You're blessed to have a controller who realizes your value. My days are numbered on the other railway.
"A grim rememberability," shuddered Gordon. "Inevitable, my tender," replied James. "We can change that."
Oh, I could never impose such a thing,
insisted Dudley.
Besides,
sighed Henry.
The Fat Controller just purchased Oliver and, he's our other new acquisition now.
Bear backed down next to Dudley.
Hello, I'm Bear. Lovely to meet you.
He smiled.
Mutual, I'm sure.
Dudley responded.
Will you be staying long, or...
I'd say.
Dudley interrupted.
Rumor has it one of you rescued 2 failed diesels.
Bear was stunned. He gave me the cold buffer too, sighed Boco. Living on the other railway really hasn't painted us diesels in the best light. Don't take it hard, Bear. Dudley will need time to come around. I'm sure he'll find you a good sort.
I hope.
Bear conceded, though he couldn't help feeling hurt.
It was a pleasure to make your acquaintances,
Dudley announced the next morning.
If our paths never cross again, I wish you nothing but smooth runnings.
With a long blast of his whistle, Dudley headed off to fetch his return train.
What a shame,
said Henry.
I really wish there was something we can do.
Despite his hurt feelings, Bear tried to be optimistic.
He seems a good sort.
He smiled.
Things always work out in the end for honest, hard-working engines.
The others said nothing. They could only hope Bear was right. With Duck now running his branch line, Donald volunteered to help shut in the yards. He did it very well, easily keeping the trucks and coaches in line. The others were grateful for his help. That morning, Donald brought the coaches for the first train to the platform. He shunted them into place and then headed off to prepare a goods train. Soon, Henry came backing into the station. He was looking forward for a nice run in the sunlight, when... Glory! Shouted his driver. Instead of waiting at the platform, the coaches were fouling the points.
Stop! Stop!
Shouted Henry. His driver slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. Henry's tender was derailed, resting crooked against the battered coaches. Their paintwork was scratched, and their windows shattered. Henry and the coaches whimpered meekly. Soon help arrived. Donald pulled away the unhurt coaches, while Dudley brought the cranes. How on earth did this happen? Demanded the Fat Controller. Kinda say so, said Donald. Young coaches were at the platform when I left. I see. Someone probably defected to the brakes, no doubt. I'm afraid this means a trip to the works for you, Henry. This puts us in an awkward position now. I'm gonna have to see if James can put some of his work aside to help.
Excuse me, sir.
Smiled Dudley.
May I offer my assistance? I wouldn't exactly be busy if I returned to the other railway. Surely my controller could spare me to make up for Henry's absence.
That is a wonderful idea, Dudley. I'll make the arrangements right away. For now, take Henry to the works. Soon, Henry's tender was back on the rails. Dudley coupled up to Henry.
There, old boy. You'll be right as rain, and I'll handle your trains with the utmost care.
Henry felt better after that. But as they pulled away, Donald watched with suspicion. What is he still doing here? He should have left ages ago. Strange. Very strange.